Digital marketing has now become more important than ever as many businesses recognize the importance of digital and mobile channels today. But while many understand how essential it is to develop a digital marketing strategy to acquire and retain their customers, it's still a challenge for some. Creating and maintaining a digital marketing strategy helps businesses reach their consumers anywhere in the ever-changing digital landscape. Tobi Asehinde, founder of Digital Marketing Institute, shares with us how small business owners can stay ahead of the trend.
Toby, glad to have you on Tech Trends today.
Thank you very much, Sefi. Nice to be here today.
Awesome. Digital marketing, it seems like a topic that is overflowed. Tell us a bit about the latest trends in that space.
Okay, so when it comes to digital marketing, so one of the things that in terms of the latest trend in digital marketing, it has to do with a lot of omnipresent marketing. And also, so omnipresent marketing basically means that you're not just running a strategy on just one channel, but you're trying to be in every channel. And I think the recent Twitter ban even gives a more necessary importance to why you have to do that, because if Twitter is off, then you can always leverage on other platforms. So it's very, very important to be more omnipresent, right, when it comes to digital marketing. Then you also have strategies around communication, right? More interactive marketing strategies. So more people are using platforms like Telegram, like Instagram, like Facebook bots, and things like that in order to drive their marketing efforts, right? And the reason to that is because when it comes to marketing using digital platforms, there is the physical, transactional, conversational, whatever is missing. And but then the closest way to achieve that is when you are using more of these platforms, the what they call it, the WhatsApp, the Instagram, the Instagram DMs, the Telegrams, and the likes of them. Then you also currently you've seen that there's also been an upward trend in the use of video conferencing as a marketing tool. So you see a lot of companies running demo sessions where they get prospective customers together and then have Zoom sessions or using Microsoft Teams to try to educate people on how to use the different platforms that are there.
Yeah, Toby, I hear you omnipresent strategy, but how would an SME, a small business owner, who is just even grappling to survive with the business, now have to have omnipotent strategy? How would that work?
Okay, so good. That's a very good question. So when we talk about omnipresent, what we're trying to refer to is you being on different platforms, right? You see most small businesses just being on Instagram, which is very, very dangerous, right? Because if that Instagram account gets locked out, then it becomes a very big issue, right? And their business goes on standstill for like a week or two, right? But then they can have an Instagram platform, and there's so many ways they could also have like a Facebook platform. They can have other social media platform, which is free. You don't have to pay for it, but you just have to be on those platforms, for example, right? The other thing also is that you can also have your own website. Now, in today's world, there's so many ways you can actually build a website, right? There are platforms where you can use to build your own, what do you call it, your own websites, for example, right? And then you also have email marketing, right? So email marketing is a low-cost activity, right? So there are certain low-cost activities. So what we're trying to say is that for it to be omnipresent, you have to at least combine about 3 to 4 different platforms, right? And there are so many low-cost activities that you could do. So for example, you could engage on forums, for example, right? So you could use Quora, for example, go there, answer questions around your business. So if, for example, you are into, let's say, solar, right? On Quora, for example, people are asking questions about their solar inverters, what type of KVA should they get, and things like that. So you can find questions like that on Quora or Nairaland, respond on those platforms, put your contact information, give something useful, right? Then you're present. So the goal is for customers to be able to find you. If I'm going on Google to search, I'm seeing you. If I'm going on Coral to search, I am going to find you.
So let me ask you this question. Is digital marketing easy?
Digital marketing, a lot of people feel digital marketing, and I mean, it's changing a little bit, but before, a lot of people just think that digital marketing is for time wasters, right? That they just spend their time on Instagram, social media, and things like that. So a lot of people don't know that there's a lot of research that goes with digital marketing. Like, for example, if you're going to run a very good campaign, you have to really understand who the customers are. You have to do research on different platforms to understand where they hang out, things that they do on the internet and all, right? Now, the interesting part also comes also with the fact that there's also maths. There's a lot of mathematics in digital marketing, which a lot of people don't know. You talk about conversion rates, you talk about what they call it, CPC, City House, and things like that, right? So there's a lot of calculations that also goes into trying to understand and also trying to predict the kind of results that you can get if you're trying to run a digital marketing campaign. So I would say that it's not a difficult industry to be part of, right? But it's not if you're going to be doing it, then it means that you are there, you're in need for it, basically.
Well, here's my next question, which is tied to the previous one. At what point should small businesses consider outsourcing their digital marketing?
All right, so I do advise small business owners, right, to learn digital marketing for themselves, right? When it comes to digital marketing for a startup, I do advise that you understand it yourself, you build your own internal team. As you grow, you can start to use external team.
So, Tobi, are there free courses, maybe like a small business owner might be watching this program now and is thinking, how do I get started? What would you recommend?
All right, so there are a lot of free courses. Even we ourselves at Digital Marketing Skill, we have a free course. If you visit our website, you can get there. You can see it. Then also there are a lot of other platforms that also have free course. Google Digital Skills, for example, it's a free course that can give you the basic knowledge that you need when it comes to digital marketing and how you can understand digital marketing. So there's quite a lot of free resources also on YouTube. But like I always tell people is that those resources are good, right? But sometimes they could get you confused. So you might still want to look for a structured program, right, to go for so that you can get a full understanding.
So finally, because time is our friend on this show, what are some of the tools you can recommend for business owners to get started with or to use in managing their digital marketing strategy?
All right. So, well, the first thing is I will tell people that Facebook advertising is a very, very strong platform. But not just Facebook advertising, people need to start to explore more of Google Ads. Google Ads is actually a very powerful platform because it allows you to target people by what they are searching, and not just target people while they are searching. It also allows you to retarget them by what they are searching on different platforms. So let's say, for example, I go search for solar inverter. I don't know why I'm using solar inverter particularly for this, but yeah. So you go search for solar inverter, right? And when you go and search for solar inverter, then an inverter company that is advertising on Google Ads, for example, places an advert on, let's say, Punch, Guardian, or channels, for example, online. And then so while that particular customer goes to channels to go watch a YouTube video, he sees your ad, or goes to channel's website to read a news, then he sees the what they call it, he sees the advert. So what that means is that it's a very, very powerful platform that allows you to retarget people majorly based on their buying intentions, right? Then the other thing also is that every business owner should actually be building an email list, right? Should actually be building an email list and should actually be sending out emails to their prospective customers. And there's so many ways to do that. If you're a brick and mortar store, you can have cards, customer feedback cards that you give to your customers, let them write their details on, and you put it on your mailing list, right? And you have, you can build landing pages where you can send traffic to, they drop their contact information and things like that.
Awesome. Tobi, thank you for being on the show today. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
I have been chatting with the founder of Digital Marketing Skill Institute, Tobi Asehinde, who is of the opinion that small business owners need to think about having an omnipotent strategy. I love that phrase. Now, the reality is that doing business is tough, and succeeding with your digital marketing is also getting tougher. Now, one way forward is for business owners to stay ahead of the trend, either by joining training programs or hiring good consultants. It's a wrap on this edition of the show. Watch the entire show on Channels TV, YouTube, or cfablog.ng. For Tech Trends, I'm Chukwemeka Agbata.